Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. In your top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Las Vegas City Councilwoman Michele Fiore announces her run for Nevada governor today. Review-Journal's Renee Summerhour has more on this surprising announcement. Renee?
Jen, during her announcement, she promised to get rid of critical race theory from all schools, protect our police, and ban vaccine mandates. She also went after what she calls blue blazer Republicans in her new ad, referring to those who are not as conservative as she is. The press conference comes amid accusations of a physical altercation between Fiore and Councilwoman Victoria Seaman, and Fiore's campaign finances currently under investigation by the FBI.
Right now, we have Republican elected officials across the country congratulating themselves working with Pelosi and the Biden administration. That isn't me. And if you want that, vote for one of my primary opponents.
Now, this year, Fiore amended years of campaign and PAC financial disclosures, saying she lent nearly $60,000 to two accounts since 2017. But there has been no public explanation for that delay. Jen?
Thanks, Renee. In other news, a 48-year-old occupational therapist who worked for the Clark County School District is behind bars, facing charges for statutory seduction. Clark County School District Police say Jennifer Courtaud's arrest stems from an investigation that started at El Dorado High School last year. Over in North Las Vegas, the state's first night court program just launched earlier this evening. The municipal court's chief judge, Chris Lee, helped create the program, which focuses on rehabilitation for people with low-level offenses.
This is supposed to help people attend hearings so that you don't get bench warrants, so that you actually show up in court when you're supposed to. And it's part of various programs that the North Las Vegas Municipal Court does to help just like move their cases along and help reduce recidivism rates.
North Las Vegas will hold the nightly sessions for traffic offenses on a monthly basis. In business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. Clark County approves a deal to buy land on the South Strip near McCarran International Airport for $55 million. According to county documents, the deal was in accordance with federal requirements, with a future grant covering up to 75% of the purchase. The airport spokesperson says the 17-acre lot would help with the airport's safety, security, and operational efficiencies. A more detailed plan should be developed after the sale is finalized. Now to your weather, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 hour is here for you. We're looking at a calm and cool night in the 60s right now, should sink into the 50s in a few hours. On Wednesday, we're looking at a partly cloudy day with highs peaking at 77 and lows getting down to 51 degrees. Then on Thursday and Friday, we're in the 80s before getting back into the 70s for your weekend. By next Tuesday, as you can see, the clouds should clear out. In entertainment, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada. Celine Dion is delaying her opening at Resorts World for medical reasons. Review-Journal's John Katsamides explains.
Celine Dion's long-awaited return to the stage in Las Vegas is going to be pushed back a little longer. Celine has announced that persistent muscle spasms have pushed back her premiere at the theater at Resorts World until January 19th of next year. She was to debut on November 5th. The opening now will be performed by Carrie Underwood on December 1st, followed by Katy Perry in December. Celine has not performed in Las Vegas since June 2019 when she closed out at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace.
Now to the World Series of Poker. Phil Hellmuth extends his own record, putting himself even further ahead of his peers by winning his 16th WSOP bracelet at the Rio.
A criticism of Phil Hellmuth for years was that he was only good in Texas Hold'em, but now this bracelet is in No Limit Deuce to 7 Lowball, a pretty obscure game to the general public. He's had a scorching start to this year's World Series. This was his fourth final table already. He had a 6th place, a 5th place, and a 4th place. and it was all in non-hold'em events.
Hellmuth, who was the 1989 WSOP main event champion, now has 6 more bracelets than his closest rivals.
Now to your sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus up to $500 when you sign up. Golden Knights team captain Mark Stone does not need surgery for the injury he suffered in Thursday's road loss to the Los Angeles Kings. According to head coach Pete DeBoer, Stone's timeline to return is considered between day-to-day and week-to-week.
Obviously, it's a really tough setback for the Knights. Stone is probably their best player. He finished 9th in the MVP voting last year. They're also, of course, already without Max Pacioretty, who's considered week-to-week with a lower body fracture. Those are the Knights' 2 leading scorers, and they will need a lot of players to step up to overcome those losses.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Raiders have improved to the clear 3rd choice to win the AFC West at plus 650 at Circa Sports. The Kansas City Chiefs are the favorites at plus 115, followed by the Los Angeles Chargers at plus 150. The Denver Broncos had been slotted ahead of the Raiders all season, but the Broncos are now plus 1205 after the Raiders beat Denver 34-24 on Sunday. The Raiders and Chargers are 4-2 this season, and the Chiefs and Broncos are 3-3.
In Health, sponsored by 4M Dental. Love your smile again. Now that MGM's vaccine mandate is in place, the company's CEO says 98% of salaried workers are in compliance. Fewer than 2% chose to quit or were fired. The CEO saying, quote, "This is a remarkable outcome and a major milestone for us as we work to create the safest possible environment." Plus, the nonprofit blood supplier Vitalant says its supply for type O blood has plummeted to its lowest level since early in the pandemic. Vitalant is calling on Southern Nevadans to donate. To learn more, visit vitalant.org. In your lifestyle news, if you're looking to reduce the amount of meat in your diet, there's a new option on Craig Road called Plant Power Fast Food. It offers plant-based versions of fast food classics, including cheeseburgers, breakfast muffins, and buffalo wings. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the Review Journal's YouTube channel for more great content. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here for more 7 at 7 tomorrow.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.